Galiette, Senior Managing Director of Ironwood Capital, located in Avon, Connecticut. Ms. Galiette is testifying today on behalf of the National Association for Small Business Investment Companies, one of the oldest organizations of venture capitalists in the world, and leading trade organization for small business investment companies.
Thank you, Representative Schrader, Representative Graves, and members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today. Your dedication to the Small Business Committee is appreciated by all of the small business investment companies that I represent and by all of the small businesses that we support. My name is Carolyn Galiette. I am a Senior Managing Director and co-founder of Ironwood Capital, an investment management firm located in Avon, Connecticut. Over the past 8 years, Ironwood Capital has become a staunch supporter of the SBIC program. We manage 3 SBICs, the first of which was licensed on September 7, 2001, and the third of which was licensed in June of 2007. We, like many other SBICs, have managed through turbulent times, but have remained steadfastly focused on the objectives of the SBIC program: to provide patient capital, operating advice, and market experience to eligible small businesses, to generate a return for our limited partners through the success of these small businesses, and to be thoughtful stewards of the taxpayers' money, which lends capital to our funds. We fill a capital need that is unmet by other financial institutions, including banks which provide SBA-guaranteed loans. To date, we have invested in 53 small businesses in places ranging from Moline, Illinois, to Winterville, North Carolina, and to Brooklyn, New York. We also travel to invest in smaller cities such as Hockley, Texas, Fitzgerald, Georgia, and Middleburg, Pennsylvania, places that are often overlooked by other capital providers. Our partnership with SBA has enabled our portfolio companies to create approximately 4,500 jobs and to increase revenues in these companies by over 50% on average. Moreover, we have accomplished all of this while making 50% of our investments in companies owned and managed by women and minorities, and businesses located in and employing residents of low and moderate income communities. We have provided capital where larger, more established financing sources would not, some of which are the very lenders and investors who recently received TARP financing. The SBIC Deventure Program is an incredible resource for small businesses and the taxpayer. This program is truly market-driven and operates at a zero-subsidy rate, requiring no appropriations. Unfortunately, despite the efficiency of the SBIC credit facility, the program is dramatically underused, due in large measure to the cumbersome and time-consuming process of obtaining a license and operating within the guidelines of the program. Fiscal year 2009 used only about 20% of the program's $3 billion in capacity, denying domestic small businesses over $2 billion in growth capital. The SBIC Modernization and Improvement Act creates a streamlined licensing process that enables well-performing SBICs to establish follow-on funds in a timely manner, thereby avoiding the waiting period of 1 year or more that currently plagues the process. In fact, it took us 11 months to get our second fund license, 9 months to get our third fund license, and another 7 months on top of that to complete the FBI checks. At the same time, the proposed legislation retains the rigorous underwriting process currently in place for new managers. Moreover, by increasing the borrowing ceiling on families of funds in good standing, the bill creates the ability to keep successful SBIC operators in the program. Without these changes, these growth constraints will unfortunately preclude our next fund from being an SBIC, a prospect that disappoints me, and an outcome which will likely affect many of our similarly successful peers. It would be a terrible waste to push aside fund managers who have proven to be experts at empowering and growing small business. The bill needs a few technical adjustments, but is otherwise a very solid piece of legislation whose passage we consider to be time critical. Because it enhances a successful existing program, it can be implemented expeditiously and actually be utilized to deploy needed capital to small businesses early in 2010. I strongly encourage all of you to move this bill forward as quickly as possible. Similarly, the Small Business Early Stage Investment Act addresses a critical need for small business equity capital. We believe several technical changes should be included in order to ensure the long-term success of this new program. These improvements include the licensing by SBA of early-stage program participants and the broadening of the program to include industries such as manufacturing and industrial technology, industries which lie beyond the Silicon Valley companies that will likely constitute the current focus of the bill. In addition, there are a number of other provisions that have served the SBA well, which we advocate should be added to this program. We seek legislation that benefits not only our members, but equally importantly, policies that benefit the U.S. taxpayer and the small businesses we serve, because without all of these constituents, we cannot succeed. The SBIC program marries individual entrepreneurship with government assistance in a way that is productive for all and which is absolutely crucial to our nation's economic growth. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today and your support of small business.